The issue of CTA and charter schools is really problematic. In our district in 2009, you may be aware of this, we were faced with really draconian cutbacks when we were, fighting for a new contract. And our union president, who since has been voted out and recalled, she was recalled with just a couple months left in her presidency, Pixie Shickley, actually proposed to the site reps at a very nice hotel in Walnut Creek, that we should be a charter school district. She had this great spreadsheet with these fabulous salaries, and how were we going to get this? We were going to threaten the district, West Contra Costa Unified School District, with breaking off and becoming a charter school district. And so that's, 1,600 teachers. That was enormous. The teachers, of course, were outraged, and the model they presented for the charter school district was the green dot schools. The CTA would organize and provide us with a contract, but it would be a much weaker contract, and things like tenure and health benefits and limits on how many hours you work a day would be gone. And the teachers were outraged and voted Pixie out. But Gail Mendez, who was the CTA secretary or treasurer at the time, actually was there at this hotel promoting this, and several CTA people, Rich Boyd and I forget who else, were there promoting the idea of a charter school district. And in my school, we're about a mile from the refineries, Nystrom Elementary, low-income school. We are surrounded by charter schools right now. About 10 years ago, there was a terrible accident at Chevron. They didn't notify anybody in Richmond, and the residents, the neighbors, flooded Kaiser and the neighboring hospitals with respiratory illnesses. Well, there was a class action lawsuit, and the neighborhood won $60 million. And what did they do with it? They started charter schools. They had Richmond College Prep, which has started with a preschool and a kindergarten. I think it's up to about 5th grade now. And they put them right on our campus. They took some buildings and they put them for the charter school. And then they fixed up the charter school because the state says that charter schools get all the money from the district first. So it's a privatization of public school funds. And so this beautiful charter school, the kids are cherry-picked. We had a student who was in the charter school and then came back to us, Nystrom, because she couldn't read. And then we taught her to read. And in 3rd grade, she went back to the charter school, but she was such a, kind of a problematic kid, behavior-wise, they sent them back to us. And that goes on. They bounce the kids back when they can't handle them. It's non-union teachers in the charter school. They asked if they could come and do observing the Nystrom teachers because they were having problems with behavior management. But the other part of it is that then Nystrom was going to be renovated, and they spent $3 million building this temporary structure, and then they put a charter high school in our structure and postponed renovating Nystrom while they tore down Gompers and are rebuilding Gompers for the charter school. So we've got a charter high school in our playground and a really nicely built up charter elementary. There's one more part to this piece, if I could be real quick. It turns out that this renovation project that is a rec center, a maritime museum, the charter school, and a park, AstroTurf Park, and also $160 million worth 20 square blocks of renovation of real low-income families. The families have been evicted. This is over $200 million development project. It turns out because of this act called the New Market Tax Credit Act that was passed by Clinton in 2000, the the investors double their money in 7 years. They double their money. They put up the money, the taxpayers pay for it, and they have 39% credit. It's just amazing. They double. It's this Juan Gonzalez story from Democracy Now! From 2010 in April. He was talking about schools back east that were taking advantage of this. But the charter school situation, there's no accountability. And so they make money off of privatizing out the, even if they're not for-profit upfront charter schools, they make money off of the contracts that they have. And then there's this enormous amount of money to build charter schools, and doubling your money in 7 years. The West Contra Costa County has 5 bonds that they passed in the last 12 years to upgrade their schools. They need to do that. But this is just an incredible amount. And plus, they're gentrifying the neighborhood. People have been there for, a couple generations, have had to move out so they can redo the 20 square blocks. So anyway, I'll just leave it there.